Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Guys, guess what? I beat Destiny.
What?
Oh yeah.
What? How?
Um, how so?
Well, it was really awesome. What
Wait, whoa, whoa,
happened
whoa, whoa.
was-
I know. You beat the Garden of Salvation raid, didn't you? You know, I did that with Sin and Kingsley last week. You know, the guys from Guardian Hub. Good job, man.
No, I didn't quite do that. But
What about Trials? I bet it was Trials flawlessly. He went to the lighthouse at least twice in a row.
mm,
No. Wait a minute. I got it. I got it. I got it right here. You soloed the Pit of Heresy, dude, didn't you? I mean, hell, I haven't even done that yet. I got buddies who do it several times, but you soloed the Pit of Heresy, dude. That is awesome. Good job.
no, I didn't do that either. Got the heir apparent. Alright. I guess I'll turn off Warzone and go back to Destiny. Fuck.
Silly Hazel. You hear this, Axe? Fucking beat Destiny.
Yeah, I heard it. I heard it, all right. I'm out.
Wait. Shit. Damn it, Hazel.
Guardian down.
Hey, what's up, everybody? And thanks for hanging out with us today. Welcome to episode 43 of Guardian Downcast. We're a couple of dads that talk about all things in the Destiny universe, discuss other topics in gaming and entertainment, and finally, we interview content creators and other folks in our community to find out more about them. I'm your host, The Gator. And my co-host, Hazel, is here as well. Hazel, how's your week going, man? You doing good?
Yeah, it's going pretty good, man. Yeah, not too much going on. So, yeah, just, I got the heir apparent, as you heard, and then, pretty much after that, I turned off Destiny and started playing Warzone. So...
Oh, brother. H will be happy.
I can't stop. It's fantastic.
I'm so afraid to join you guys. I'm afraid I'll never see Destiny again. I can't do it.
Yeah, it feels good. It does feel good to play that. I got into a 2v1 sniping situation from like long range, so it was awesome. So, how are you, man? What's going on with you?
I'm just curious how many people have gotten that gun compared to us two.
I don't see how hard it is to get, honestly. I mean,
it's just grinding. I don't know. A lot of people probably just don't want to do it. I get it, though. I totally do.
I had a whole thing for it, you know? Like, I would go to, whatchamacallit, Shirochi, do my bounties, get those knocked out pretty quick, and then from there, I would just run a couple medals and call it a night. And then I was off to something else.
Just bite-sized portions every night, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Like Titans do, and like how we won.
Yeah, I don't know. It just seemed like a lot of grind to me. But you know what? I'm glad you asked me how my week has been because I've had some thoughts. Me and my wife, walk around our neighborhood in the mornings before we head to work, and you're in quarantine when you're washing the same pair of socks, shorts, t-shirts, and underwear each week. You're in quarantine when you finish Netflix. All of it. You're in quarantine when your most comfortable pair of sweatpants starts to get a little tight. You're in quarantine when puzzles are sold out on Amazon. You're in quarantine when short hair and no beards are in style again. You're in quarantine when your alcohol stash is gone. You're in quarantine when your most prized possession is that ergonomic chair in your home office. You're in quarantine when you've called everyone in your contact list just to, quote, check in. And finally, you're in quarantine when you can't remember the last time you wore your favorite pair of jorts. I don't know. Just some thoughts I had this week. Well, I tell you what, I am pumped to introduce our guest to the show tonight. He is one of the members of the Guardian Hub community over there, and I've heard through the grapevine that he might know a little bit about Gambit, so I figured, you know what? I want to hear what this man has to say, and also I want to know more about him, because I don't know much about him. This was our new friend, Axonis. How you doing, man?
Pretty good. Had a good week. Basically just been going to work during the day. When the kids go to bed at night, play some games.
I hear you, man. I hear you. Well, look, I tell you what. Let's tell our listeners what we got on for tonight's show. We're going to hear about Axonis' story here. We're going to, of course, test his Twitch reflexes with our new and improved fast fire session we call the Speed Run. Gambit will be our main discussion tonight. And finally, we'll answer Twitter and Discord questions from our community and add 2 songs each from everyone here for our Guardian Downcast playlist on Spotify and now iTunes. I tell you what, man, I was looking at those Discord questions. We got some good ones this week. You guys ready to do this?
Sure.
All right.
Yeah, I got nothing better to do.
Fine. Go play Warzone, Hazel. Let's go. That's your cue, Hazel.
Oh, for fuck's... We're doing this again. All right.
Well, I'll tell you what. Let's get
this figured out.
Let's no. Let's get. I want to know more about this guy, Hazel. I think you got his first question for him.
Yeah. So, thank you so much for joining us, Ax. We appreciate you.
No problem.
All right. Yeah. Apparently, yeah. You're doing this from your car.
Yeah. I make decent sound booths. No, actually, the whole reason I'm in the car instead of like in my house, because even if I was at home, I'd still be doing it in the car. A Guild Wars 2 podcast I used to listen to. The guy didn't have a sound booth, so he would always do his recording from the cars. So that's where I got the idea from.
I may have to try that. Next time I have to sleep on the couch. So, as my wife gives me the finger. So,
burn! Good job. I approve.
Randomly showed up and just
tell her I approve.
So I may be doing this podcast shortly from our car. So, all right. Enough about me. Tell us a little bit about yourself, Ax. What do you do? Where are you from? That kind of thing.
I make probiotics for gels and powders for farm animals and pets in a factory.
Very cool. Nice.
When the kids go to bed, I'm usually playing online and streaming.
Good deal, man. Well, where are you from originally?
Iowa.
And you're still there today, right?
Yeah, I moved to Kansas for a little while, but I'm back now.
Well, don't tell H that. Definitely don't tell Moistwing that. Well,
was Kansas boring or what?
Oh dear God!
Don't start, Hazel. Don't start it, Hazel. Don't, please. I beg you. We don't want trolling in our damn Discord tomorrow morning.
I had 4 stoplights in the entire town.
Well,
2 gas stations, a Walmart, and nothing open 24 hours. So if you needed something in the middle of the night, you were screwed.
You are screwed. Damn. I'm sorry,
one leg up on Iowa then, or what?
I live in a city in Iowa, so we got like 3 malls, movie theaters, you name it, it's entertainment. We got it.
Yeah, too bad they're not open.
Currently, yeah.
Or maybe there's 5 people in the mall. I don't know. They're slowly opening.
I heard actually that our mall just opened up to like half capacity. But I'm not trusting it yet.
I want to go to the theater so bad, but I know it's going to be a while. We're going to have to let things settle down a little bit more for me to be comfortable to go. But
I got lucky enough to be able to go to a movie right before they shut it down.
Well, listen, I know you're in the Guardian Hub community, but where did you find this group of Discords before that?
I started Destiny on the PS3.
Mm-hmm.
Back when Rise of Iron was actually out on the PS4. We beat all of Taken King, and we wanted to upgrade because we were tired of the loading times, and we wanted to do the next bit of content because we had run through everything. I ended up finding Destiny Reset as a podcast because I was looking for more people to play with and hang out with, and it just kind of exploded from there.
This Derp Clan, I've never heard of it. Bad joke.
If you say so.
Sorry, bad joke. I'm sorry. Continue. Jeez.
Yeah. Well, when Kingsley made his clan, after Derp kind of started fading out a little bit with activity and a bunch of people playing, the Discord wasn't as active, so I switched over to Guardian Hub, and I've been there ever since.
That's a good community.
Nice.
I visit it every morning. Lively conversations there, mainly from Nolsey, but I think he likes to stir everybody's pot up. I don't know where that was going. Sorry. I'm fading tonight. I'm fading. Save me, Hazel.
I'm just picturing a guy stirring up pot.
Shut I'm gonna have to
With
edit
a giant wooden spoon.
I'm gonna have to edit all that shit out.
All right. Okay. So, tell us a little about your gaming history.
Yeah, when you were a little tiny
before
tot.
Destiny, unless Destiny.
I wish I was gaming when I was a tot. Let's see. I didn't get to start playing video games until about the PlayStation 1 when it came out.
Ooh.
Because my friends had all had video game systems, so if I wanted to play games, I had to go to their house. When the PlayStation 1 was a slim model, I think, I got the Sega Genesis. When I told parents I wanted the PlayStation. All right, fine. I learned about Sonic the Hedgehog. That was great. After the Sega Genesis, around the time PS2 came out, and I enjoyed Legend of Dragoon. I played the ever-living crap out of that game. I've even taken one of the characters from that game and edited the colors on it a bit and turned it into my Twitch avatar.
Nice.
Around the time PS3 came out, I managed to upgrade to a PS2. And enjoyed a bunch of games on that. Ratchet and Clank, ATV Off-Road Fury, Need for Speed, just all over the place. Different genres, but not a bunch of games in those genres. And then the PS3 and the 360 got their newer upgraded models, whatever you want to call it, the slim versions and the upgraded hard drives. I managed to get a hold of a 360 because originally I was going to buy a PS3, but Devil May Cry 4 came out on the 360. I was like, oh, guess I'm going with the cheaper system. And later on, while I was in college, a friend of mine was ending up actually getting ready to go into the military, but he didn't want to take his gaming consoles with him, so he gave me his PS3.
Well, let me ask you this. How did you find Destiny?
Two of my friends were showing it to me back when Destiny was in either Taken King or Vanilla.
Mm-hmm.
And I played it for a little bit. I played on the Warlock, had a little bit of fun on the Sunsinger, throwing grenades everywhere and setting everything on fire.
Mm-hmm.
Around the time that I was on my own, was looking for a new game to play a few years later, Destiny was in its Rise of Iron stage. And I bought Destiny because I remember playing it and having fun, and I remember it being a multiplayer game, and I'm a social gamer. If it's not a multiplayer game and can't play with people, I'm not as interested in it. So
right. I
picked it up, played it with my girlfriend. She had fun with it. I had fun with it, and we ended up looking for a community. Well, I did, at least, because I was wanting more people for us to be able to play with instead of just us two the entire time. But they were all on the next-gen console, but it was still fun listening to the podcast. Shortly after that, our PS3s both went kaput, so we upgraded to the PS4s, ended up finding out about Rise of Iron, got that, played the ever-living crap out of that, and we did all the raids. We met Kingsley, Sin, everyone in Dirt. And then Dirt eventually started kind of fading in activity a little bit, and Kingsley actually made his own podcast called Guardian Hub, and I ended up switching over into that one.
Rest is history.
All right, sir. So, tell us about a favorite gaming memory from your past.
Literally all of the Legend of Dragoon game. All 4 discs.
Who else talked about Legend of Dragoon? Was it Flip? Someone else really loved that game too.
Well, I know that Danfinity, he was playing it on stream for a while.
That's what it was. It was when Danfinity was on the show.
I have it on my phone now.
Okay. Yeah, what is that game, just for those of us that have only heard about it?
What do you mean? Like, what's it about?
It's like a Final Fantasy game, isn't it?
I believe it actually was originally going to be a Final Fantasy game, but it got spun off into something else when it varied too much from what they wanted.
I played Legend of Dragoon a long time ago, and I'm trying to remember. I think it was a PlayStation 1 game at the time.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember that game. It was a very deep game for that time, you know? There's a lot of level. There's a lot of development in that game.
Yeah,
I think it came out around Final Fantasy VI at the same time, I think.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I remember flying around, and I played it briefly.
If I saw gameplay, the memories would flow back, but I just can't envision it right now. I don't know why, but... well, hey, I got a question for you. Dude, what's up with the gamer tag?
Oh, okay. So I used to be a PC gamer for quite a while.
Uh-huh.
And I played a game called Ion, which allows you to fly around, an MMO, that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And my gamer tag in that one was XONIC. So I kind of just blended the two together until I got a sound that I liked. And they ended up coming up with Axonis, and I've been that ever since.
I love that gamer tag, man. It's like mythical. At least it sounds mythical to me.
That wasn't what I was going for, but hey.
Yeah, no, it does.
It sounds like a compliment. I'm going for it.
It sounds like a god in a video game. I swear. Doesn't it to you, Hazel?
That reminds me. That actually reminds me. There's a buddy I play with who calls me Adonis for some reason.
Adonis.
I don't know where he's getting the D from, but it's hilarious.
That is hilarious. I wasn't thinking that, but yeah, Axonis. I love that, man. Am I saying it wrong?
Turn the X into a Z sound, kind of like
Axonis.
X does a xylophone.
Axonis.
There you go.
Okay.
Perfect.
I'm gonna just call you Axe. No, I'm just kidding.
That's fine. Everyone does. As long as I know who you're talking to and you're referring to me, it's fine. I don't care.
That's just giving you a time. All right, Hazel, it's your turn, man.
So, do you have any hobbies outside of gaming?
I try to go camping with the kids at least once a year. Hiking's fun. Fishing's all right. Riding bikes is pretty fun too.
You didn't mention that you have kids?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you mentioned it.
2.
I was going to ask him how many.
2 kids?
How old?
Yep. Soon to be 7 and 5.
Oh man, boy and a girl, or 2 boys, or
Boy and a girl. Girl's older.
nice, man. I like it. Did you ask a question, Hazel, or did I interrupt you again?
You interrupted me again, but
Sorry.
Yeah, he said he went camping with his kids. He tries to do that.
Oh, for hobbies.
Any other hobbies besides that?
Probably, but I'm not able to think of any at the moment.
I
I
Can't-
see.
Gaming's the biggest one for sure.
can't believe you always lob this question up for me to ask. It's just such an awesome question.
Oh, Magic the Gathering is fun too. I just remembered that one.
Oh, okay. You play card
But
games.
I don't get to play that one nearly as often.
Okay.
No, just the one.
Okay. I got you. Well, let me ask you this. This is one of my favorite questions. What's the one thing that your gaming friends maybe not know about you? Could be anything, little, anything. Any
Are
little
we
thing.
talking current gaming friends or gaming friends from reality?
No. People that you talk to on Discord. You know, these are our listeners. What's something maybe they don't know about you? It can be
This is a tough one.
It could be a small little quip. It could be some love of something that people may not know you love, or anything.
I build the ever living crap out of stuff with Connects when I have them.
Connects. Nice. I remember Connects.
I haven't had it set like that in forever though.
Cool deal. That's nice.
So I used to make dragons and all sorts of shit.
Damn, isn't it Connects? Isn't it like a super Lego? Like a real complex Lego.
Kinda,
isn't it?
yeah. It's not as popular as as Lego is nowadays, though, for sure. It used to be one of the main competitors, I think.
Do you have a motto or a mantra? I like that.
I've got a couple. One of them would be to hope for the best and and plan for the worst.
Okay.
And the other one is if you're learning how to fly, just miss when you fall.
Oh, it's another good one.
Hmm.
Good deal, man. Well, now that we know a little bit about you, let's catch up. What have you been watching on TV? What have you been gaming? What have you been playing? What's your your past week or two consisted of?
Need for Speed Heat, Elite Dangerous, Gundam Iron-Blooded Orphans, and Destiny 2.
Holy crap. That's a good wide variety of games. Nice. Do you watch TV or you just play?
Never had cable for my entire life, so it's literally if I'm watching something, it's something for the kids on Netflix or YouTube or Hulu or something like that.
Nice. Good deal, man. You lucked out that you didn't get stuck on TV as a kid like we did. Well, you know what? Let me ask you, Hazel. What have you been watching? Any shows this week? And then, of course, we know what you've been playing.
Ouch.
It's been Warzone and Destiny,
Wow.
hasn't it? I bet you I can guess it.
I love you too, yeah. But yes, that's been pretty much what I've been playing is Warzone and Destiny 2. It was funny though, the minute I got the heir apparent, I spun it up for one good time and then turned off the game and then went right to Warzone. So
One and done.
Yep, pretty much. So so there's that. And then fun fact though is that I will actually be putting Warzone away for a little bit because I have a new game that I'm going to be playing for probably the next little bit.
Really?
Yes. A little game called Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Oh, I know you've been talking about that game.
So, yeah, I can't wait to start that up and kind of drool on myself at how beautiful it is. So,
I hear you, man.
Yep. And then besides that, nothing really that I'm watching.
No?
I'm just Top Chef is pretty much it.
Yeah, my wife just watched that today. It's like, it's Friday. I'm like, what's that mean? Oh, never mind.
Yeah, we haven't watched the latest one, but we're going to check that out probably tomorrow night. Yeah, I'm going to start this TV show. Apparently God and everybody's watching it, so I'm going to start it, and then we'll see how it goes. The Last Kingdom. It's on Netflix.
Really? Okay. I haven't seen that one yet.
It's about the Saxons, I guess. The Vikings.
Oh, I love that shit.
Rape, pillaging, plundering, all that good.
Well, I have to ask you, did you see the finale of Westworld?
Oh, yeah. Of course.
What'd you think?
All right. So, for me, something that I've learned over the course of my life is pretty much the stories I see, the games I play, the movies I watch, everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's not my story to tell. It's not my story. It's just something that I can watch, something that I can enjoy. And if I enjoy it, I enjoy it. But ultimately, it's not my tale.
Okay.
And that being said, I really liked it.
Okay.
Now, I know a lot of people did not. And I've read countless things about it saying that it's, it made no sense, but it sure was pretty. And yeah, it was. It sure was pretty. And
well,
I'm okay with that.
RNG Gator had immediately messaged me, I think the Monday morning, and said, did you see the finale? I'm like, no, dude, I've been working Heir Apparent, trying to get the damn Heir Apparent. I didn't have time. I said, I'm going to watch it when I get home from work today. And I finally did see it. And I don't know. I was kind of mixed. Obviously, I think there's going to be a season 4. It's already been approved from what RNG Gator told me.
Yeah, it is.
And, it left it open. There's a lot of, it's kind of like that one show we watched on HBO about the possessed, the boogeyman. What was that called? The
Outsider.
It kind of left a little doubt that maybe something's a little flicker, something's going to happen next season that we might think is going to happen, but I don't know. I'll leave it at that. I'll leave it at that. I don't.
Yeah, to say the least.
Yeah. So apparently something's happened where one of the artificial people might be possibly coming back next season. I'm not going to give any spoilers. This is a fresh show, so. But I was mixed, but overall, I think I liked it. I like any sci-fi. So, and I'm sorry I did interrupt. Well, is there anything else you've been watching this week?
Nope, not at all.
I got a couple things I wanted to mention here. I just watched a new series on Amazon. It's called Upload. And dude, as gamers, you would love this show. It's a 10-episode season, 30-minute shows. Really quick. It's a quick watch. I think in 3 nights, I binge watched it and caught up on it. It is a really neat concept. It's about how instead of going to heaven, that we upload our consciousness into an artificial environment, kind of like Destiny. I mean, but it's, it's realistic. It's not sci-fi, but they have all these places you can upload your brain matter into, so you live forever, basically. So it's a neat concept. The special effects are really nice, really quirky, and it even has a story and a plot. So there's a little mystery in it. It's good. It's good. I definitely want to see that. If you use Amazon Prime or you watch an Amazon Video, check that out. It's called Upload. It was really good. Another show I wanted to mention was Man with a Plan. That's my little dad indulgence. It's my little 30-minute comedy that's on Thursdays at 8:30. I think it's on CBS, I think. I'm looking here. Kevin Nealon's in it, which is one of my favorite comedians. There's something else I'm forgetting here. The Masked Singer. They're down to the top 5 now. And this last week, they all guessed wrong who it was. So it was really surprising who it ended up being. And, of course, Songland. That's my favorite show right now. It's where 4 singer-songwriters present a song to 3 of these really good record producers. And there's a guest artist every week that's looking for a song for an album or a video or whatever. And they pick 3 of them, of the 4, and then these producers work on the songs and polish them up, and then they have a final product. And the special artist, which this week it was Martina McBride, she picks a one that she thinks she can like and she wants to do, and they play the video or they do something. They play the final cut of it. It's pretty cool. And one other thing I wanted to mention, the Voice live shows were this week. And you know how I said in the past I was really worried how the live shows would go? I got to admit, man, the live shows were awesome. The sound quality was good. What they did is they gave all the contestants that were left in the lives, they gave them a little kit, like a halo light and all the mic stands and everything. And they had instructions. They even showed it in the show, how even the host had to do it. You know, Kelly Clarkson sitting there trying to put this shit together. And I tell you what, man, it actually turned out really good. They might change the way they do the voice in the future without these big stage productions. It's so much cheaper. But yeah, that was it for me in a nutshell. And gaming-wise, you know, it's Destiny. I did finally get my Heir Apparent. I got it last night. I used it this morning playing some Gambit. I guess I'm going for the white emblem. I got talked into it today in Discord, so all I've got left to do is I got to get 25 super kills in Rumble, and I'll be done with it. So I figured
that's all I have too.
Yeah,
and I'm like, no, I'm good.
No, fuck that. I've come this far. I've grinded this much shit. I gotta complete it now. So I'll be the one sitting in Rumble waiting for my super to charge. And as soon as I kill 3 people, because the stupid game is so quick, I'll probably just say I'm out. Move on to the next game. I don't know. I won't do that. But you know, you can imagine
you will.
You can imagine that's what a lot of people would do. It's a stupid bounty. I mean, come on. I know they're trying to, you know, include Crucible and some of this stuff, but make it optional. You know, I hate playing Rumble. I just never got into that game. But that's the tangent. That's as far as I'm going to go on that tangent. I tell you what, let's move on. I think we got a speed run to do here, Hazel. I think, don't we?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, we'll do it right after this.
Call the Praxic Order, call the Thanatonauts, the Jinsen Scribes, call everyone so they can witness you.
All right, boys and girls, it's that time of the week. This segment is called the Speed Run. This is where we have a database of over 125 randomly asked questions, and Axe here is going to have 60 seconds to answer as many as he can. These are short 1 or 2 word answers, and we're going to keep track of how many were answered by each of our guests each week. And the questions are randomly asked, so no one can memorize the order, and just answer quickly whatever comes to mind. At the end of the year, the guest with the most questions answered will win a cool prize. Tonight, I'm going to ask the questions randomly from our list. Hazel is our timekeeper and quality control expert. In the event of a questionable answer, context-wise, Hazel's decision will be final. Sin and Kingsley Mack are the leaders at 26 questions answered in 60 seconds. So, Axe, you ready, man? All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Warlock, Titan, or Hunter?
Warlock.
Morning person or night owl?
Night.
Dogs or cats?
Dogs.
Pulse, Scout, or Auto Rifle?
Scout.
What's the latest you've been up gaming?
The next day.
Void, Solar, or Arc?
Void.
What is your favorite Destiny planet?
Earth.
Have you ever been in a band?
Nope.
Who should be the next Hunter Vanguard?
Shiro.
Fallen, Vex, or Cabal?
Fallen.
Star Trek or Wars? I didn't hear anything.
Star Wars.
What is your favorite summer activity?
Camping.
Coffee or tea?
Pop.
Anna Bray or Ada 1? I didn't hear anything.
Anna Bray.
Playing cards?
We'll give him one more.
Yeah. Playing cards or board games?
Cards.
Sunset or sunrise?
Set.
Favorite time? Okay.
Yep.
Sorry, man. I know it's tough. You're in your car. I mean, it's kind of tough to hear everything.
Out, yeah.
Yeah. You know, we gave you some extra seconds because you obviously heard the question, but we didn't hear you answer it. So I don't know, man. That's not too bad. We've had some. I mean, I think my son got 10. I mean, he really struggled. I think he really wanted to quantify every answer. I was like, just answer quick, bud. Answer quickly.
It helps that when you gave me the questions, that some of them I knew the answer before you finished the question.
Nice. Well, I tell you, as people listen,
Warlock and Void, always.
You got it. Yeah, me. Yeah. We're good, man. We're good. Voidwalker all day. All day.
Linking that sword.
Absolutely, dude. Well, hey, not bad, man. Well, Hazel, what do we got, man?
That was a questionable answer. I'm going to take one away.
Oh, no. You got to add an accent. You got to add a question, man. Come on.
All right. I got 16.
All right. That's respectable. That's a solid number, man. I mean, come on. I mean, Sin was in a sound studio probably when he did his. So, I mean, I don't know. But anyway, that's a solid number, man.
Make them do theirs in their car.
Yeah.
Wi-Fi.
Yeah, there we go. I tell you, year one, it sounded like everyone was in a car, and they didn't hear my questions when I asked them. It was bad. So
it was fantastic.
Hey, thanks for playing along, man. It's just fun to do it. It's just a little extra thing.
Yeah, I had fun.
Yeah, our listeners like to listen to it. So
I'm glad.
Hey, I just want to remind everybody in our Discord and our listeners out there that we have decided to keep our channel labeled Speedrun Question Ideas in our Discord permanently. So if you have an idea for a great speedrun question, add them in that channel. I did want to announce that we're going to have a drawing at the end of the year for all entries entered there, and we'll be giving away a $25 gift card. Just our little way of saying thank you for listening and participating in our content. So again, the channel in our Discord is Speedrun Question Ideas. Remember, they need to be short answer questions, either or, yes or no, or one or two words. If you enter more than one, we'll take your top 5 for the year that we like, and we'll post those into the drawing. So good luck. I think we got some stuff to talk about Destiny. Hazel, you ready? You ready to do This Week at Bungie?
Yeah, I can twab it up.
All right, Hazel, what do we got?
All right. So, we've got some updates here from the man, the legend himself here, Luke Smith. You know, Mr. Throw Money at the Screen. So
No, the guy came to me in a dream. That's it. That Luke Smith. Sorry.
I'm not gonna say what I was gonna.
Okay, carry on.
Even though we're an adult show, I'm still not gonna say it.
Okay, I'll be quiet now. I'll go
Right.
I'll go over here in the corner.
Okay. So, Luke Smith was talking about Eververse because Eververse is sort of like the bane of everyone's existence to a degree, just because of how people have been receptive to the things that Bungie's been doing. And by that, I mean by basically putting stuff in there that probably shouldn't be in. And by that, I mean things along the lines of like sparrows and ships that are more cosmetically suitable for something like a raid, dungeon, something like that, to keep incentive like that. So Luke Smith came out and said, to be blunt, there isn't enough pursuit out in the world, and we're going to. So some of that stuff comes down to pretty much what I've said already. So armor. So to be blunt, there isn't enough pursuit out in the world, and we're going to fix it. With that being said, some of the things that they are adding here. Now I'm going to add. I'm going to go a little bit out of order here, but the main things are, number 1, each season we will deliver an aspirational pursuit for armor. We haven't done this consistently in Destiny 2. And what that means is that the armor will come from activities, not from the season pass nor Eververse. So basically, for example, they removed the Eververse armor from season 11 and itemized it into an aspirational activity because it's the right thing to do for the game.
It is.
Yeah. I mean, it just sort of warmed my heart to see the words, because it's the right thing to do for the game.
Yeah, I never thought I'd see that on a TWAB.
Well, I never thought I would have had to have seen that.
Yeah,
but
it's true.
Sorry to be jaded. But moving on. So, improving rewards for aspirational activities, i.e., raids, trials in a dungeon, or dungeons plural. So, it will have at least one accessory to pursue. So, to me, this kind of harkens back to Destiny 1 with the Whisper mission, how you could get the Vienna Singer, the ship.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I miss those days.
Yeah, well, guess what? They're back.
Good.
Who'd have thunk it? Who'd have thunk they'd ever be gone?
Mm-hmm.
Moving on. Trials will get new armor, not a reprisal, once a year. The next raid will have new armor, weapon, and an exotic accessory to pursue. Now, that word accessory, that sort of kind of piqued my interest a little there. I was like, curious. Probably the biggest news here, well, not the biggest, but some more teasing for you guys, is beginning in Season 12, they will no longer be selling ships, ghost shells, sparrows, or armor ornaments in the Eververse.
Good. I miss getting them in the out in the. Geez, when's the last time we had a ghost drop? I think I got them in the Forge, but they were the same ghost. It wasn't a random ghost.
Now, with that, there's a big asterisk that says that are visually based on themes from aspirational activities.
Okay. I like that still.
Yeah, exactly. Seems pretty nice. Bright Dust and Engrams, they're making it account specific. So that way it's going to be account wide instead of per character. So that way you don't have to do the same shit on 3 different characters to get basically Bright Dust.
That can be good or bad depending.
Yeah, but from the sound of it though, it's going to be a healthy amount.
If it's like a big general pot, as soon as you complete so much activity in the game, then boom, you'll get this big dump of maybe 1,000. It'd be nice if it was like 1,000 Bright Dust for the week. Yeah, I like that. Yeah. Versus grinding individual bounties at 10 each, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, thing that I'm fairly excited for is this. They are adding a new armor set for the core playlist. Strikes, Gambit, and Crucible.
Good.
Now, it's going to be one set of armor.
Per season?
Okay.
Or for the year?
I want to say for the year.
Okay.
Yeah, they'll create a new set like this for each year.
Well, I mean, it's been, I think, 2 years since we've had a new Crucible set or a new Vanguard set. So, yeah, it's overdue.
Well, yeah, never thought it'd go away to begin with.
Yeah.
But anyway. So, but I really like what they're doing, though. And what they're doing is this. So, the new set of armor will have basically decals and shaders specific to the activities that you play. So, if you're a strike guy, you're going to get basically emblem, like decals and shaders and things like that are specific to strikes, to Zavala, and that.
I like that. Represent.
Oh, what was that?
You represent. I mean, if you're a Crucible player, you'll have a bunch of Crucible decals and stuff on your whatever. And
yeah, exactly.
if you like strikes, that'll be your thing, or like Gambit, like me.
Gambit?
Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, if you can do that, and then there you go. So before I get to the big news, there is a little bit of spin foil hat theory here, where basically it states that in this section on the playlist, or on the TWAB, it mentions we will create new sets like this each year, e.g. year 4, year 5, year 6, etc.
Yeah, I caught on to that. So
people are reading into that by saying, hey, it looks like Destiny 2 is going to be around for, year 4, year 5, year 6,
just drop the 2. Just make it Destiny. There's not going to be any, it's not like Xbox. There's not going to be any confusion in branding. People know it's Destiny. It'll just eliminate all the confusion. And then, like I said, like he told me in my dream, bring back everything, man. Come on, bring back all the weapons. Bring back that damn, all those great raid weapons from Destiny 1. Damn, I miss those. Those weapons are badass. I don't know. All right, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Anyway, transmog's coming.
Yes.
And all right. I've got a question. So my thought about how transmog worked, or at least how I assumed it worked, and there's different versions of it, apparently. So for me, I always thought transmog basically was, so in Destiny terms, it'd be like this. So your Guardian has X amount of stats for whatever, for the 6 basic abilities there.
Mm-hmm.
And then the armor could basically amp up whatever your stats are. And then if you liked a certain armor set, then you could basically power that set up. You could also take the stats from that and put that on a different armor set if you liked.
The way I heard it is, if you have an armor set, say I got this new raid helmet from the Garden of Salvation, from when Sin and Kingsley Mac ran me through it last weekend. Humble brag. And it's badass, man. It's got 3 little lights in its eyes, and it's got a little blue energy above the helmet. It's really cool looking. Now, what they're saying is with some silver or some bright dust or whatever whatever currency they're going to put that you have to do, other than just buy it, you'll be able to make that
effort.
Yeah, that's what they say. You'll be able to make that helmet, and I guess what they're saying is you can put that on any other helmets. You can make it your own ornament. Does that sound right?
Yeah, well, that's what it says here. Is this will allow players to turn their armor into universal ornaments.
Okay.
So, I mean, in a way, it makes me laugh because it sort of makes the collections tab finally beneficial for something. I don't know. It just sort of seems. I don't know. I'm gonna have to see it. I'm just gonna have to see this in action.
Okay.
But I'm still, kind of half in, half out on this, just to see how it's gonna work.
All right. Yeah.
So, and this feature is in early development and is expected sometime during year 4. So, who knows when that'll be?
My guess is going to be season 13, right before Christmas time. That's my guess.
I'm guessing the season after.
You think it's spring? Okay. Season 14.
Yeah.
Well, time will tell. This is recorded in forever, so we'll see who's right. Axe, you there?
Yeah.
What's your guess, man? When do you think these ornament things will appear? And your what is this, year 3 of Destiny 2?
And they're just starting development on it now.
Yeah. What season?
Yeah.
What season's your guess?
Shouldn't take too long because
I said 13.
Doing the same thing with every.
Yeah. I said 13.
Just be applying that to all the armor schemes. They're just over.
I said 13. Hazel, you're saying 15. You're saying spring.
I'm saying
the one you said the one. Oh, you said the one after. You said the one after, right? So season 12 is the next big expansion, right? So what's your guess?
What's the current season?
We're season 10. We got 11 still ahead of us, and then the expansion will be season 12. I'm guessing September.
So you're guessing the first.
No,
drop after.
I'm guessing the next season. I say before Christmas time they'll offer it they'll have some big lead up to it and some live stream, I'm sure, where they'll show how it's done. That'll be my guess. Season 13. You're saying 14, right, Hazel?
It's either this season coming up or when the next big expansion drops.
So you're saying it's going to drop right when it drops. Wow. Okay. He might be right.
So he's saying it's going to drop with the next expansion, or it's going to drop the year after.
Okay. We'll see who's right.
So you're thinking it's going to drop with one of the expansions?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
that makes sense.
Yeah.
If they're going to load it full of features and other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be honest with you. Just thinking about it dropping next year, kind of guts me.
Why?
Because, man, I mean, if I wanted it now, man, then it would be, I don't want it now.
Okay.
I don't. Because what I could see them doing is probably, so season 12, season 13, so season 14, them throwing it out there like they did the collections tab, or not the collections tab, but some of the stuff where they're like, hey, this is just like the beta version of it, and then we're going to fine tune it next season, and then we're going to fine tune it the next season after that.
Okay, I see what you mean.
I could see them doing that, but if they have to wait another year, it's too late.
Yeah, it's an old idea by then. Everybody be damn, it's about time.
Yeah, everybody, honestly, I think at that point will have moved on to a different thing by that point.
I think so. I'd have to agree. I think they're going to have to...
Shitty for me to say, but...
No, I think they're going to have to implement it pretty quick. I mean, it's an early development, so I'm guessing probably not in the fall. I'm guessing right before Christmas it'll be some big feature. They'll blow it up. Bungie can promote stuff, so...
Yeah, I don't know. I'm anxious to see, though. I'm anxious to see the storytelling. I mean, they're going to be doing more storytelling stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Having a more coherent narrative, finishing storylines for the love of God.
Yeah.
And, I mean, all that good stuff. So,
yeah.
So, besides that, the main things from the TWAB are Titans 1, the Guardian game. You're welcome.
Pretty much, yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing what our trophy is. So I'm hoping it's multicolored for each crayon that we ate.
I got a picture for Discord tomorrow. Before the show, before the reset, I've got a picture I want to post in Discord. You'll get it. You'll like it. Trust me. I'm saving it. I'm saving it before I want to make sure it's official. The Titans are won.
Official? What the hell are you talking about?
No, they've run away with it.
How many more days in a row do you want us to win?
I don't know.
I'm okay.
I'm in a fog, dude. I can't understand why the Warlocks haven't grabbed one day. I don't understand why. I don't get it.
Tell them to put down their books.
Damn Titan apes. All right. Anything else?
We're Titan proud. That's the main thing.
I know. You mentioned that last week.
Yep.
Anything else to speak of? I think we got some bugs to fix. You can look it up if you need to.
Yeah, of course, always. Guardian Heart update, final week.
Oh, yeah.
They hit $700,000.
Damn, that's a lot of money.
Yep.
I hope that goes to the right people.
Yeah, of course. And then, so, Nintendo Man is going to be on May 11th at 10 a.m. That's on Xbox, UK time, a.k.a. Houndish.
Oh,
and
Night Demon, okay.
Night Demon.
Yeah.
And then, aside from that, Iron Banner's final week.
Yes.
So get that Pinnacle gear.
Yeah.
Get the bow if you need it. And then, pretty much, that's it. Bugs, bugs.
Usual stuff. Whack-a-mole.
Yep.
Literally whack-a-mole. Jeez. All right, well, good deal. I think we're going to get into our main discussion right after this. All right, for our main topic tonight, I guess you could call this our Gambit episode. We haven't really talked in depth about Gambit, if we love it, we hate it, what we think about it. So let me go around the horn and ask everyone here, what's your opinion of Gambit? Axe, why don't we start with you, man? What do you think of Gambit?
Pretty good.
What do you like about it?
Playing with friends, being an ass to the other team, denying them moats, sending over a buttload of blockers so they can't bank it, put their moats in the bank.
Yeah.
You're like the scum of the earth.
I love how it's the perfect blend of PvP and PvE at the same time. So Kitty and I are opposite ends of the spectrum. It's the one game mode in the entire game where we can actually use both of our skill sets to work towards a common goal rather than one of us not doing what we like them.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay.
What do you think?
What's her skill set?
Yeah.
She likes to be a PvE player. Ruined.
Yeah,
She hates PvP.
she's a raider, man. I mean, that's what she does. She likes killing those aliens.
Nice.
What about you, Hazel? What's your opinion of Gambit?
Well, despite my previous thoughts and everything like that about it, I've actually kind of grown slightly fond of it.
Well, now that you've been grinding to get your heir apparent, right? It's kind of forced you to play.
Exactly. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, so I mean, I've been playing. I don't like Gambit Prime.
Okay.
Not in the least, unfortunately. For me, I mean, regular Gambit, I really, really like it. There's something about it where it's the 2 rounds, and then after that, it's pretty much, a super free-for-all. Except for Admiral Nips, who is right there with Scum of the Earth territory, where he'll switch to his Hunter and then do if he's Hunter, he's doing Blade Barrage, and then I think he said he had 18 or 21 supers.
Yeah, he's talking about the tiebreaker. That's what he's thinking.
Yeah,
that's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah. Like, what is this bullshit?
I've never gotten that many doing it.
Yeah. Meanwhile, here I am. Titan.
Punching
like,
shit.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, I'm going to use my freaking, slam. I'm like, So, that's the pro Titan side right there. Going,
yeah.
But yeah, though, I mean, I've kind of grown to like it, and I want to see if there's something to it there. So I might dabble some more into Gambit.
Well, like Axe said, it's a great balance of PvP and PvE. I love it. It's a unique game. I've never played a game like this before. And yes, it has its foibles. It has its issues that can be frustrating. But what do I hate about it? I hate that. I hate that. Gambit. Let's talk about Gambit Prime. The combatants, the enemies, are all yellow bars, almost all of them, and they're all have a ton of hit points. And that tends to steer me away from Gambit Prime sometimes, especially if I'm trying to crank out these medals, get these medals done. But I love Gambit Prime and the fact that it's like a tug of war. Everybody's waiting to get that primeval out. Once that primeval's out, that's when the real game begins. That's when the chess game starts, because that's when you have to balance and decide when to send your invader, or when to get set up to do DPS but not quite kill the last envoy. Little mastery, little tricks like that, that when you play it enough times, you realize, no, don't kill that envoy yet. But things that I love about it is it's just the game mode itself. It's so unique, and I just like killing stuff and collecting motes. It's just a fun. You feel like you're doing something. I don't know, but speaking of what we love and hate about the game, Axe, do you have a favorite gaming memory of when you played Gambit?
My first army of 1.
Oh. Yeah, those are fun, man. When you can wipe.
That'd definitely be it.
Wipe the whole team. Oh man, you talk about people wanting to flip you off. It's definitely.
Another one would be. I've got actually a clip of another one where I was using 1,000 voices and I got killed right after I did it, but because they shot me, they flinched me up into a triple kill.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
I don't think I would have gotten all 3 of them if I hadn't been flinched.
You got any good memories, Hazel, of Gambit? Anything you can remember, a game or something you were playing?
Yeah, for me, I had this great moment where basically it was. I'm trying to think what exactly it was. We were behind, and I ended up like invading, and then took out like 3-4 of them, something like. And we ended up basically like summoning the
primeval,
and then killing it all.
Okay.
So yeah, it was like great comeback story. I really loved it. It was fun.
We had that just the other night with me, Warcry, and shit. Who was there? Flip? Was it Flip? I think Flip was there, maybe, or Jealous, maybe. I can't remember.
And Larman, right?
Yeah. Larry was in there. Yeah. But the game I remember most is when Gambit Prime first came out. We got into a game. We were so evenly matched. We both got our primeval up pretty quick. But then, I swear to God, it was a 20-minute tug-of-war match. And those are the games you remember. We would get down to like 20% left on the bar, thinking we have it, and they start whittling their bar down. We send our invader and we stop them. We add a little bit more to their bar, and then they would send an invader and they would add more to our bar, and it just was so much fun. And I think we ended up winning in the end. I swear they had a sliver. They had just the most micro piece of sliver left of their Primeval. It was that close a game. I'll never forget that game. That was a lot of fun. And that's what I love about Prime. It's all about a tug of war, because it's just a formality to get the Primeval up. Once you get the Primeval up, then the real game begins. I don't know. That's the most thing. That's the one thing I remember about Gambit. And I just said, oh yeah, I love this game. So, let me ask you guys this. I'll start with you, Axe. What's your favorite way to play it? What's your role? We have those 4 roles, right, in Gambit Prime. You have the Sentry, you got the Invader, you got the, the Collector, and then you got just the person who just kills shit, right?
Reaper, yeah. My team actually does a kind of like hybrid roles. We don't all just focus specifically on a role. So, like, in my case, I'm the Invader, so if I'm not invading, I'm helping the Sentry kill Walker. If the Sentry has nothing to do, he's trying to do long-range damage on the ads to help out the Reaper. The Collector's helping the Reaper kill ads, and as soon as the Reaper has 20 motes, that Reaper's collecting the rest as well. So we're all trying to do a little bit of everything at the same time while still sticking to our defined roles. But as soon as our defined role comes up, take over and do that part. So as soon as that portal's up, I'm going across and messing with the other team. But as soon as I get back, I'm helping out with the blockers as well.
Yeah, I think you have to have multiple roles, because there's times when someone dies and you have to fill in for them until they can get back over in that area. You're always having to kind of share your roles, but you keep it to about like 2 roles each, where you can flip a switch.
Usually, yeah, because the invader portal's right next to the bank. It makes sense. Invader would help out the Sentry only really goes off when he needs to help out the Reaper or he needs to go collect more ammo. And the Collector's just helping out with getting the ads down as fast as possible.
Yeah, and you probably, everyone's probably decked out accordingly. I would imagine.
We all have tier 3 sets if you can.
Nice.
Obviously, if it can't, it's a big deal. They just help you out with the role that you're playing.
Now, I'll add this to one thing I hate. I hate that the tier 3 sets, I have all the tier 3 sets as well for all 4 roles. But the thing I hate is when they went to Armor 2.0, they didn't carry that armor up with it. So I have to go back in Reckoning and get all that shit again. And I just said, nah, I'm not
more than willing to take you through it again.
I'm like, I don't know, man. I love Reckoning, don't get me wrong. And I still need that auto rifle that you get from, I think it's that one final boss that's something of Crota. I think that's where it drops.
The likeness of Crota.
Okay.
Yeah, what is that auto rifle? I keep forgetting the name of that damn auto rifle. That Gambit Prime one.
Breakneck?
No. This is the Gambit Prime. This is a Gambit weapon. It's the only weapon of the Gambit weapons I don't have, and it's just bad RNG. I mean, I've played enough Reckoning, but I never got the weapon. It's an auto rifle that has like all great stats. I think it's a 6. I want to say it's a 600. I never can remember the name of that thing. Probably why I don't have it. But
Okay, so we found out recently that Warlocks with Phoenix Protocol, that works in any well. It doesn't have to be your own. So my buddy Wicked always runs well, because that's his thing. He never wants to leave that subclass if he doesn't have to. So he'll run that, and I'll use Nova Bomb with Phoenix Protocol, and it works almost like Skoladai or Ahamkara did back in the day. And so I can get kills and get super energy from his well, and then I'll fire off a Nova Bomb to get the boss while Kitty's tethering all the ads. And it just kind of compounds on itself from there. And if he can't do that, we'll just run double well and have 2 ad clearing supers, or another ad clearing super on the third guy, and the 4th person running tether to be able to help with the ads.
Nice. I never knew that strat. That's a good strat. Did you have something you wanted to add to that, Hazel?
Yeah, I was going to say that I enjoy listening to Axonis talk about it, because there's the level of thought that goes into the game that you just don't think about. Playing with like random blueberries and stuff.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah, but that's the thing though, is that for me, I mean, I have a lot of luck playing with the random blueberries because I always fall back to the one role where it's a sentry.
You stay back.
Oh, okay.
You're the.
So,
in other words, you're the blocker killer.
Exactly.
And you eyeball the invaders, try to locate them.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
And because that's the thing that nobody does when you play that.
That's true.
So I default to that, and then all of a sudden it's just like we're undefeated almost because somebody's actually clearing shit out instead of just at the mercy of, waiting for everybody to show up.
Mm-hmm.
I got my dredging title almost, I'd say 90% solo. And I've just learned to adapt to blueberries. Nothing like a blueberry that wants to do everything and does shit at everything. I mean, they want to collect. They want to collect motes. They want to invade with 15 motes in their damn hand. Then they get greedy and they get killed and they lose motes because they're trying to kill stuff and collect motes. I mean, I'm like, dude, pick a role and stick with it. That's what I want to tell these guys. So what I try to do when I get into a Gambit game and load in, we're talking about roles here. I usually never play the sentry because usually there's one guy that stays back. He's probably going to be an invader. He's sticking around the portal. He's waiting for us to get 20. He's waiting for us to get those 25 motes in so he can immediately jump in. And you know what? If he's smart enough to know how to do that, then I'll give him a shot at it. But if he goes in and fails miserably, then next time I might jump in there and invade ahead of him. But I generally I just float around, man. If I have to be the Reaper and just kill stuff from the deck. And let him get the damn motes. It depends what I'm trying to work for, but I think Warcry said he's trying to get this one hidden. I think all he has left for dredging is this hidden triumph. I think you have to get. I think it is the one person on the team has to get I think it's 150.
75.
Like 75 motes. Yeah, they have to deposit 75 motes in the whole game without dying. And you just have to play together as a team to do that. And I'm going to help him get it. But I remember that was the hardest thing.
Does he have... What class is he on?
He likes Titan.
Yeah, he likes Titan.
Oh. I was going to say, if he's Warlock, have him go bottom tree Devour. Every time he kills something, he's fully healed.
Oh, absolutely, dude. Devour used to be great, but I tell you what, man, they need to put some range on that Nova Bomb. It's terrible. The bottom tree Nova, I used to play it all the time. I love Devour, but I can't do it now. I have to go with the Slova because the area, the coverage of the Nova just isn't there, man. And of course, I play on PC and PS4, so the frame of reference is different for each of those games. So what you think you might be aiming high enough to get the Nova Bomb there, and when it wimps out and goes just a few feet, it's so depressing that you save up your super and you can't even hit them. I know they helped. I know they increased the I guess if you have the bottom tree on, you know how the Nova Bomb will sustain its field or whatever, and it'll kill stuff really fast that's in the field. I don't know, but that's what I tend to do. I tend to float around, but I would say if I had to pick one role that I had to do, my first tier 3 gear was Sentry. I like being able to get my sword and kill any blockers that come in and quickly set it up where the guys can throw their motes right in. And I can do invasions. I'm not a big fan of invading, but I have my opinions on that. But yeah, all right. So now we've talked about what we love, what we hate. We've talked about what roles we like to play. How do we fix it? And before we answer that question, I set up a channel in our Discord called Show Topic of the Week Community Input. And I just wanted to read out a few things that our community has said about Gambit that they think they can do to fix it. And I'll start with TFB Truth Lives. He's on Xbox One. Gambit needs more maps and custom games for private matches. And the private matches need to have way more options. I looked into this, Truth, and you're right. You can't adjust the amount of players, which sucks. Be nice to have a 2v2 Gambit, I noticed, though, you can't, at least I couldn't, adjust the player number in it. So I get where you're coming from there. Let's see. Hazel, you seen any other comments in there you wanted to mention?
Yeah, there was one guy. He's a new guy in our. I don't exactly know how to pronounce his name. It's Uenike.
Oh, Unique.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I actually raided with him. We finished both of us were new to the Garden of Salvation. We both, and actually he had his son Evan on too. Yeah,
nice.
that's unique. Yeah, he's one of our new members. Yep.
Okay. Yeah. So with that, we were, and the thing that we were going back and forth with some ideas. Like this is like way back when you first started this, and we were actually talking about it in our general chat.
Oh,
so,
that's right.
And what we were talking about was basically like trying to come up with a way to make it more rewarding, because he was saying that it was pretty punishing for if you're like invading, because how invading really, I mean, it doesn't really do anything.
Yeah.
Because if you invade, that what you're doing is basically, I mean, you're kind of putting yourself at a disadvantage almost.
Mm-hmm.
Because what the other team's going to do is they're just going to flood you with people, and then you're just done from there.
Right. Do you have any opinions on this, Axe?
It all depends on your loadout and your skill set. For me personally, because I prefer my Black Talon.
Mm-hmm.
But I get more kills with the 1,000 voices for sure.
Yeah, that thing's brutal.
Soccer likes to call it laser from God.
Oh man, I get invaded with someone who has that gun. There's no way to you just can't hide from that gun, man. The explosions are so good on it. Yeah.
Yeah. My first time using a 1K was on the Dreaming City map, and there was a guy in the archway. I missed him and hit the doorway across from him, and it blew him up. And that was the moment I was like, "Oh, this gun is amazing."
You know, fun fact: Kitty ran me through the second Wish raid, and I got the 1,000 voices on my second try. I know there's people out there.
Nice.
I know there's people still trying to get it.
I got it on my first clear.
Oh my god, that's so lucky, man.
Yeah, not my first raid with that game in that raid, but it was my first clear.
Wow.
One thing I wanted to mention about Unique and what we were talking about was a way to make it more rewarding for invading. And what I kind of came up with his help was basically like, what if, that buff that you get that goes up like incrementally, what is it, like the taken something or another, the essence or something.
Are you talking about the
while you're invading or when you come back?
Well, no, neither. When you're because what is it? That's the buff that goes up. It's like ×8.
Oh, you're talking about the stacks on the Primeval?
The envoys.
Yeah, you can do more damage.
Oh, you're talking about the Prime perks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Prime buff.
No, it's not. It's not for Gambit Prime, but.
Oh, okay. Then I'm not sure what you're talking about. Oh, when you kill the envoys.
Yeah. When you kill the envoys, you get a buff that comes up. And then it keeps increasing.
Primeval Slayer, I think.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
And it goes up to a max of 10.
Yep.
Right.
I think, either 9 or 10.
I think, yeah.
Exactly. So what we came up with was that what if we, whenever you invaded and you killed somebody or killed 2 people, you would drop their Primeval Slayer by like 1 or 2.
Oh, that's I like that.
Killed the whole team.
That's actually a good idea.
What happened like that.
That would make it more fair, too.
But then also what happened is you took those buffs for your team.
Ooh, like a swap. I like it.
You're basically stealing the buff with every kill.
Exactly. Or not every kill. I think every kill would be a little much, but maybe like every other kill.
So every 2 kills means you steal a full stack of Primeval Slayer.
Yeah.
That would make it more rewarding for an invader. It'd make it more pivotal.
Yeah, that roll would be amazing. Can you?
Either that or heal the Primeval a little more every time you kill someone. Than just a little bit. I've managed to save a match by getting enough Army of Ones. Because we were halfway across once. They had their Primeval up, and by the time we got our Primeval up, they had only 1 bar left. And I managed to invade enough to cure they could not kill it before we killed ours.
That's ideally what you want to do. I think I did it on that game I posted in our Discord. I actually invaded 2 times in a row. They had their Primeval up well before we did, and they were already halfway to destroying it. We finally got ours up, then I jumped over while they finished getting our Primeval up and got I think a 3 kill. Brought it back up to like 3/4, and then they were starting to do DPS. You know, when you that scary feeling when you see their bar going down really fast, you know, their team's stacking shit. And you're like, that's it. I got to go, man. I got to go back in there. I got to do something here. It's too close. We can do this. And I said, you guys keep going at it. Keep going at it. Don't give up. Don't give up. And it's all in the video. And I jumped over there, and I think I threw my Slova when they were just going at it. And I think I did get an army of one. And I mean, we won by the slightest margin. I'd say maybe 5%. It was really close. Oh, they had to be pissed. And I think that's why some people hate Gambit. It's the fact that the PvP element, some people go in there, I think, and just love to slay shit and deposit moats. I think they love that aspect of the game, but I think they hate it when they do all that work, get 15 moats, and then get a truth upside their head. And they lose them all. I think I've seen Lona.
Truth is the bane of my existence. I've
bad...
managed to avoid that rocket only once, and it was because I blinked at just the right time.
It's a bad rocket, man. I mean, it's God. I actually used. I admit, I used it one night. I was like, you know what? I got to get invasion kills. I'm just gonna use the easy button tonight. I just wasn't. I didn't feel like sniping or whatever, and yeah, that thing is wicked, man. Especially when they started, you see the sniper glint on you, and then you release the guided rocket and you back out behind cover and say, bye, you're dead. Because you could be behind a rock, you could be well behind something where a sniper couldn't hit you, but a truth will knock your butt right out. So I think that's a big frustration with Gambit today is people doing all that work to build and build and build and then lose the moats before they can get them back. And you just have to be very disciplined when you're collecting moats. You have to agree what you're going to go on. Some people, like my son gets in there, he'll go until he has 15 moats every time. And I'll go, son, get 10 and come back. Don't be greedy. And I don't know, what do you guys think?
Oh, I remember back when Gambit first came out and it was those phalanxes, my team would not bank 5s or 15s. We would just swarm them with 10s.
Oh my God. Those are terrible, man. Those captains are mean too, though, man. Those
just constantly blind, you can't see shit.
Oh, and they take your health a little too. So they slow you, they disorient you, and they take your health. So a couple of those shots and they can take you out. Go ahead, Hazel.
Yeah. Well, Jealous and we came up with a plan of what we want to do. And it's probably the most toxic thing ever. But basically, we want to let a team get like all the way up, and then we want to start banking only 5s.
Oh my God!
So we can.
That's brutal.
That sounds great.
That's brutal.
Oh, it's just trolling.
Especially if they hide. Especially if they hide behind the primeval, and you can't shoot them. You have to go work around. You got to work your way around the primeval.
Just imagine everything on their side is immune.
Exactly, right? And it's like the most toxic thing ever, but I really, really, truly want to do it, though.
I'd like to try that one night.
I'm down for doing it.
I was going to say, I'm in, man. I got to see that. I got to see how that game turns out.
Because as the invader, I'm going to be able to see what it looks like on the other side, too.
As they're trying to...
You want to stream, too. You definitely want to
stream. I always stream if I'm playing.
Yeah, that's sweet, man. That's awesome. All right, well, let's see. We talked about Unique. AR16FSU put a comment in here. He goes, I agree that they need to put more maps in. And while they're and while they're at it, they should remove the one on Titan. What do you guys think about that one? I like the one on Titan with the spinning conveyor belts. Is that the one he's talking about? Yeah. I like that one, man.
That one's fine. For me, the one I don't like too much is the one with the tangled shore map, actually, with the acid.
Yes.
Because I can't blink around, so I'm always stuck using Dawnblade on that one.
I was just gonna say that I've blinked off the map so many times and cussed out Bungie. You know they had that in mind when they designed it.
On that map, I'll always switch to Dawnblade bottom tree because I can use a man cannon and then Phoenix dive halfway across, so I have a shortcut to the bank essentially, to bank faster.
Okay. You said bottom tree?
Yeah.
You don't want to use top tree?
So you can Phoenix dive.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Hit the man cannon, Phoenix dive halfway across, you're right at the bank.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Shit.
Call us cheat codes, baby. We got all the magic, dude. That's why I play Warlock.
And not to mention, if you're when you're supered, when you invade, you get those seeker projectiles.
Oh. Yeah. I know, it's funny.
Yeah.
Let me mention a couple other people here that mentioned something. AR also mentioned, I would love to see more loot in Gambit, especially armor sets from Reckoning. I think this is a huge thing. Or we get rid of regular Gambit and Prime, it is, but instead of the armor set needed, you pick a role like Overwatch. Retire the Reckoning sets and introduce a new Gambit Prime set and give more weapons in Reckoning like the Menagerie does. What do you guys think of that?
If we're going to get rid of Prime, I would say keep the Prime armor and let it work in regular Gambit. But let it also be earnable in regular Gambit based on what you're doing.
So it sounds like you prefer regular Gambit to Gambit Prime. Is that right?
I like them both equally, honestly. Because they both have different ways you can do it. Because Prime, you have all those extra defined roles that you can do a little more with the extra perks. But regular Gambit, you have those 3 rounds and you can do the overtime. So if you mess up the first round, you can come back and cinch it in the second and third one.
Yeah. And I've seen teams tank the second round just so they can get to the final round. Because a lot of them, like Admiral Nips, want to do their knife throws 16 times to get the primeval.
Blade Barrage is so broken in overtime because of the way Shards works.
Yeah, Shards again.
Because Shards isn't like Skull where you have to make a kill.
Right.
And you just get super energy according to that. No, with Shards, it increases the regen rate. So in anything that increases the regen rate on top of that, it's like exponentially effective.
Yep. Well, we're getting long, but I still want to have some closing arguments on this. So let me get a few more comments in from our Discord. Truth again says, I enjoy Gambit, but there's a need for more mechanics. I think all armor that drops in Gambit Prime should have a Prime mod slot and make the thing you go for in Reckoning is the mods, and that they are not permanent like the one we have now. They give it a reason to play the Reckoning. So, what do you guys think of that? A mod slot, a Prime mod slot.
As long as I don't lose my current armor set, because I like how it looks.
Yeah. Plus, I
love the glow effect that the Prime armor has when you get all the perks available.
Oh yeah.
On it and how it lights up.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I definitely think that's awesome.
Okay.
I mean, I'm fine with that.
I have been known to pop a synth even in regular stuff just so I can have the full effect going on while I'm wearing my exotic.
I'm telling you. Let's see. Any other comments I want to pull out here? See, Jortwing, Master of Moist. My God, he changes his name so much. This is Burning Wing. He says, I use a Devour Warlock with Perfect Paradox, Python, Acurious. Nothing is
Those
left
blockers
standing.
are gone.
Holy shit! 3 shotguns?
As long as he can have the special ammo recovery for it, yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. I see if I tried that, I'd be sitting holding my dick because I'd be like, anybody got any green ammo anywhere I can grab? Otherwise, we got 4 blockers now. I got to find some ammo.
Well, yeah, exactly.
That's the one thing I like about my armor set. Yep, exactly. Because I have the perk that gives me extra sword ammo and heavy ammo finder.
Right.
For 2 of my mods. So if I pick up a brick off the ground, I'm getting 26 attempts to slash. Whereas if I pull the brick off the wall, I'm only going to get 6.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
And since I'm running Black Talon, I can go ranged or melee.
Yeah.
For my invasions.
Sure. I never thought of Black Talon. That's probably a damn good weapon for invasions.
Oh, it's so nice when I hit people from across the map because I just sit there and watch them wait for it to hit them.
They're like, what? They're probably looking in the sky. What is that purple thing coming at me? Holy shit!
or Crucible, Doten Gambit. It's hilarious.
Or you get the shotgunner who's like, oh, I'm going to get this guy. And then you just whip him with the sword. That's perfect.
No, it's just I blink straight up and
hit him.
Slash down. Done.
Yeah, that's true.
There was one time that a warlock invaded with Chaos Reach and he popped the laser. And before he hit anybody, I slid underneath him, threw the sword slash straight up, killed him.
There's a memory. Nice.
I always save heavy and super heavy for PvP for invaders or when I'm invading myself. And the super for primeval damage. That way, I'm always getting a one-shot regardless of the overshield.
Right.
I need to play with you because, I mean, I think that you're on this another level.
Dude, I'm telling you, you play in an organized team, it's a totally different game than all the blueberries.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. I mean, what you're doing is like, it seems like calculus.
Yeah.
And,
I'm terrible at math.
well, okay, it's like chess, and everybody else
All right,
is
I can go with that.
playing checkers. I mean, or even just kind of eating crayon.
Yeah.
But,
Well, I did want
But
to...
hey, Titans are actually very effective in Gambit because of the melting point top tree.
mhm.
I've lost count of how many times I've cinched a match with the Titan buddy because he melting points at a split second before I throw my Nova Bomb, and we take out half the bar practically because we're a primeval stack of 8,
Yeah.
and we just snipe it out from behind the enemy.
Well, and I wanted to mention, Kingsley Mack mentioned something. He said, the common Nova Bomb has got a stack against a Blade Barrage for DPS output. He said the strat we use was we would use a Tether and then Nova Bomb and or Tractor Cannon and Nova Bomb.
We would, back when Skull of Daira Hamkara was doing that all the time, we would tether the envoys to Nova Bomb them both at the same time, and then hopefully there was enough blockers around to make sure I got my Nova Bomb back right away.
Yeah.
Nowadays, if the envoys are close enough together, I'll still Nova Bomb them both, but I just won't have my super back for the primeval damage. But we'll still get our envoy stacks back quicker than at both the other sides because they're sitting over there shooting at the envoys while ours are already dead. So we're going to have primeval stack 3-4 before they get any.
Right. Any other comments from our Discord you see that you want to mention? I think I've got a good representation of everyone who involved there.
I still think that it needs more loot. Like,
I agree.
The previous person.
I guess
mentioned.
I would say have the loot drop a little bit more often in each match because we get loot at the end.
Yeah.
Loot sometimes drops in it, but just have it drop a little more often.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. Definitely needs to drop more often. Same for Crucible, by the way. We need to have more loot drops in Crucible, too.
No, it doesn't. Crucible. You get like 6.
Crucible doesn't take as long.
Crucible match.
Yeah, but Crucible also gives you a shit ton of blues that no one can use.
I'll agree there.
I get inundated with just the junkiest crap that I just immediately dismantle.
Gunsmith materials. Which
Exactly.
reminds me, that's how I got my Black Talon was from Banshee.
Oh, nice. Nice. All right, guys. Well, we've talked about what roles we play. We talked about our memories of the game. We talked about what we love and hate about it. What would be, we'll go one at a time. Axe, what would be your one way to fix it and make it more sustainable?
Make it so the yellow bars aren't the catch-up mechanic and just have everything start dropping 2 motes instead of 1.
Okay. What do you think about invasions? You think they should be different or keep everything the same?
I would say probably keep those the same because if your enemy is got the primeval, usually the portal opens up more often for your side if you don't have one, so it kind of helps negate the snowball effect a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, it does. I think it's pretty balanced. It's not too bad. Yeah. Anything else you want to add?
Not that I can think of. I mean, maybe make the yellow bar become an orange bar.
Okay.
Because I know a lot of the yellow bars, if your team doesn't have the primeval and the enemy does, you'll have a lot of yellow bars spawn on your side of the field, but it takes so much damage to get rid of them.
Right.
To get all those extra orbs or motes, whatever.
Right.
To be able to catch up, you don't have the DPS for when you do get the boss up.
All right.
So if you could just bring it to where the yellow bars don't have as much health or make them to where they're orange bars,
Right.
it'd probably be fine.
Okay. Mr. Crown Eater, Hazel, what's your opinion? How do we fix it? What's your idea of fixing it? What 2 cents you got to throw in?
I mean, I think to a degree, make the matches shorter, somehow, some way.
More like Crucible.
Well, how many modes do we need in Prime? I don't remember if it's 75. I know 75 for regular game, but I don't remember how many it is for Prime because I don't pay attention to that as much on my side.
I think it was 100.
So
yeah, I think it's 100.
So if we could bring that down to 75 as well.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think get rid of Prime altogether. I mean, keep the armor set, put that in regular Gambit.
Okay.
Leave it at 75. Leave the third round be, amped up and that kind of thing.
Okay.
So basically, you're thinking get rid of Prime, but keep the armor and let the armor perks work in regular
Yes.
Gambit.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd be happy with that.
I'd be down for that.
I'd be good with that.
And then make it more rewarding.
Okay.
Make it, give me.
Would you want it to be where the primeval fight to be like like regular Gambit, or like Prime's way they do it, where you have to kill to get damage fade? Or would you rather it be all the DPS all at once?
I like the way, I guess, kind of Prime does it because it keeps you more involved with it, but the phases just sort of take a while.
So have the phases be faster, maybe?
Yeah.
Or let the DPS part of the phase after you've killed all the envoys be longer?
Let's just make it like regular Gambit. Let's just not worry about the phases and that kind of thing, because I think those are the things that I don't like about Gambit Prime.
Well, it definitely can lengthen a game, just like I mentioned, the tug of war.
Yeah. Exactly. So yeah, that'd be my suggestions there. That'd be my ideal Gambit.
I've got two things, and I have to give partial credit to Night Demon when we talked to him about this last week. Let's make it 100 to get the Primeval up instead of 75. And I'm assuming we're getting rid of Prime and we're just going to go directly into Gambit. Your idea, Hazel, where we keep all the specialized armor. We can still have the extra little perk for having the armor, but let's make invasions at 50, not at 25. That would give more people time to get the pieces together and get them into the bank. Yes, you're going to have less invasions at first, but I say once 50, throw an invader in. And the second part of what I'm talking about is once the Primevals are up on each team, then your invasions can be more frequent. You can make up for the lack of invasions at the beginning and add more of a chess game to the end of the game. Because if you can actually lengthen the game a little bit more, just like Prime, by throwing more invasions in at the end. I say as soon as the other team has their Primeval up, Drifter should chime in and say, all right, go invade, buddy. Go get them. And then have it on a timer where it's more frequent. Then you can make it more strategic toward the end, and then you don't frustrate the PvE players that would just want to shoot shit and don't die and don't lose 15 motes trying to get them to the bank. You know, you can get a little more greedy in the collection process at the beginning. That would be the formality. But once you get to the Primeval, that's when the real game starts. If you could integrate that I love about Prime into regular Gambit, and then have the same system, where you know, you have 2 rounds and then a tiebreaker at the end. I'm good with that still. But that would be my two-pronged approach to make it more where more people would want to play it. So, hey, well...
The only problem I see with that would be the Invader doesn't have anything that would really be able to contribute as far as perks-wise
I get that.
Those first 50.
I get that, but I think you could have a multi-role invader and sentry, and that would give you 3 more players to go out and kill and slay and get motes to the bank. If the invader's job was to be get rid of the blockers so the guys can get those motes in, and then once the 50 are in there, you can make it 35 or some variation. I'm sure they can test it and figure out what the sweet spot is there. But 25 is really early, man. For really good teams, you can get an invasion really quick. I mean, 2 10s and a 5, boom, they're in there. Well, where we're trying to fight the goblin that's shielding one of the captains, and we're trying to get that down. This invader, if he's any good, will come in, and then you get those lopsided games where the other team just says, "Screw it, just let them win." I think it would be more fair if you just prolong the initial invasion time just a little bit. It could be 35, it could be 50, 30, 33. I don't know, anything in there. They would test it and be able to figure out what that sweet spot is, but just make it where the invader would take a little bit longer to go and go with that. So, hey, guys, great conversation about this. I love talking about Gambit. I don't think the game's going away. I really hope that it's here to stay. I just think they need to tweak a few things. And I know the one thing that people have always hated about Gambit that I talk to that are PvE players is that they get 15 motes and die and lose all their motes, and they hurt their team. It's embarrassing, especially at the end of the round when you see how many motes you've lost. That's people hate that stuff. So to appease more and make it more of a broad-based game, just give them a little more time to collect motes against those really tough teams. So, all right, we got to get moving on, guys. No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
So casual.
No, I was waiting for Hazel to say that.
It's not casual. I'm telling you, it'd be a good. You want to bring. What's the one thing you want to bring more people into the game? So this way you would do that. Okay. All right, we're not going to win this argument, so let's move on.
And it's vanilla.
Okay. All right, we'll be right back. right, ladies and gentlemen, we're almost done. We're almost done. It's that time of the week. We're here to answer our Twitter and Discord questions from our community. And man, we got some good ones. We got some really good ones tonight. I got to start out with Drafty's here. He just added at the last minute. He goes, question for the show. Axe, is Kitty going to have a cameo on the episode tonight? I don't think that's going to happen unless she's rapping on your car window.
I'm not at home, so no.
Do you have Find My Friends on? I hope you don't have Locator on or whatever. She'll seek you out. Shit.
I mean, I'm not that far from the house. If she wanted to find me, she technically could.
Oh boy. Okay. Man,
if she has a cameo, we're gonna have problem.
Dude, could go so bad. This could go so bad. All right, Hazel. I got that one out of the way. Go for it, man. Pick one.
Right. So Warlock, he had a question, and it is, what do you think the future holds for Gambit? Second, what can be done to make it more appealing for other players? I think we kind of touched on that.
Yeah, we can probably. What do you think the future holds? I mean, that's a decent question. What do you guys think?
Yeah, exactly.
Axe?
One thing they could do to change it up a little bit, give us a new form of Prime where we have different perks on our armor. Okay.
Yeah, I could see that. Just like they change the, from season to season, they tend to change the skill trees in our supers. They could do that with the armor. Yeah, it makes sense.
Or give us something like the artifact, but for Gambit perks.
Ooh, I like that.
Where you can get some of them, but you can't have all of them. You can kind of pick and choose.
Yeah. What if they split up the season pass bar into a mini Gambit bar, a mini Crucible bar, and then a general bar? Wouldn't that be awesome if they could do that? That'd get more.
I would have the Gambit man maxed out.
Yeah, I'd be maxed out too.
And Crucible.
Yeah, I would be too. Hey, I'm sorry, Hazel.
I just gave you the finger.
That's why I wanted to make sure I heard what he said, because I knew what he was going to say.
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay, I got the next one. Okay, here's one from Uncle Scumdeath. He always has good questions. What is the oldest TV show that you like? At Chris3711 brought up Laurel and Hardy. Classic. Axe, you watch any classic TV?
As a kid, I watched a lot of Abbott and Costello.
I did too, man. That was a great... I watched it on Saturday mornings, I think, on PBS. I think Saturday.
Oh, we had it on VHS. I don't know TV-wise what it was on, so we would just watch tapes of it.
Oh, yeah. They had so many videos back then. So many tapes of it. All these different shows. It was awesome. Hazel, what's an old TV show that you like?
I gotta go with the Three Stooges.
Okay, nice.
I just remember watching them.
Do you guys ever remember Alfred Hitchcock Presents?
Oh, yeah.
God, I love that show.
Kind of. Barely.
Oh, man. It was like, think Twilight Zone, but on steroids. It was a great show. And they'd have it on, I think 8 o'clock, usually on, I can't remember what channel it was, but man, I loved that.
It used to be. I mean, when it was on color, anyway.
You know that show came out originally on NBC in 1955.
Yeah.
And until 64, I think. It was almost 10 years. It was on NBC. Yeah, that would be my answer. Alfred Hitchcock Presents. So many good stories in there. I could go back and watch them again. In fact, I think I got a DVD collection of all his Alfred Hitchcock Presents stories. They're short stories. They're about an hour long. Pretty good. Like an episode that you'd watch on Netflix. All right, Hazel.
All right. So, picking a random question here. Admiral Nix, favorite movie villain?
That's easy for me. What do you got, though?
X?
He get called again?
Sounds like it.
No, I'm here.
All right.
Ah.
Did you hear the question?
My headset. No, I didn't. My headset went bad.
Your favorite movie villain?
Favorite movie villain. Thanos.
That was one I was thinking of, but it wasn't my answer.
It's a good one. Gator?
I'll go next. I got the Terminator. Hell yeah.
Mm.
He was a great villain.
That is a good one.
Yep. I got another one. I got another one too, but I think you're going to say it. I'm gonna see if you say it though.
Who's your other one?
The Joker.
That was
which one?
The new Joker. The latest Joker.
I haven't seen that one.
It's so good, man. Such a good movie.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good one. I mean, he was on deck for me. He was my backup.
Okay. He was my on deck too.
So for me, I would have to go with probably somebody classic like Hannibal Lecter.
That's a good one too. That was on my list. Okay. Oh, God damn it, Gru. I got to get this one out of the way. Sorry, guys, in advance. This is from GruGrux43. Hope you're doing well, buddy. What is the worst Mother's Day gift you've bought for your wife or girlfriend?
Oh, damn it, you're going to make me get stuck in it. I was going to say, I don't have a wife. I'm good.
That's why I threw that in there.
Gotcha.
Crap.
Go. Let's see if Hazel's got one. You got one, Hazel?
Well, I was asking my wife about this. I'm like, hey, have I gotten you any bad things? And she's like, no, you're a relatively good gift giver. So, but my thing though is that while I may be a decent gift giver, I'm maybe like a week off all the time.
Uh-oh.
Because of various different things where Amazon has canceled something that I've ordered.
Yeah,
or
I got you.
I bought something on Etsy that took fucking 4 months to get in.
And they said it would be here in 2 weeks and ended up being 4 weeks.
Yeah, and it came from fucking Chechnya or somewhere. But yeah.
Ax, you got an answer?
Mm,
All right, I'll answer then. I'll buy you just a few more seconds.
that ain't going to help.
I asked my wife too. I texted her and I said, "Did I ever get you a really bad Mother's Day gift?" And she took a picture of it. My daughter did, and she sent it to me. And I said, "Yeah, that was pretty bad." I got her one of those wall signs, those boxed wall signs, that says, "Good moms have sticky floors, dirty ovens, and happy kids." And I was like, "Man, what a whiff." I said, "You know what?" I said, "Honey, I will replace that with something else because that was a really bad gift." You know, when I got a picture of it, I'll post it in the Discord when the show comes out.
Ooh.
You guys can see it. Ax, you don't have to
I'm
answer.
going to say,
Oh, okay, go ahead.
I'm going to have to say probably the lavender plant I got her because she loves plants.
Uh-huh.
But she didn't take care of it for crap, so it died on her.
Oh, no. Lots of flowers and plants I've done.
She loved it, but she didn't take care of it, so it died.
Yeah.
So I'm sticking to stuffed animals and candy from now on.
Non-living things. Gotcha.
Get her plastic flowers.
Oh, no. Don't do it. Don't
Get
do
a
it.
whole bouquet of real flowers and just get one plastic fake one in there and say you love her till the last one dies. Or stop loving her when the last one dies.
Yep.
Yep. That's what I did.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
That's one of Hazel's tricks.
Yep, that is. So.
Oh, shit. All right. Did you ask that one or did I ask that one?
I believe you did.
Okay, so it's your turn.
All right, sir. Question from Chubby Wizard. Question for the show. What is a gun from D1 that you really wanted but never got? And if you had the chance, would you bring it to D2? Mine would be the Hung Jury. I heard it was great but never got one. Thanks. Love the show.
Yeah, Hung Jury was a great scout rifle. What do you think, Ax? Think of something?
Touch of Malice. I never got it because I never beat King's Fall.
Oh, yeah, that was a really interesting rifle.
You never beat King's Fall, huh?
Never beat King's Fall or Wrath of the Machine. Played the ever-living crap out of them, but never had the time to finish because by the time we'd get to the end, it'd be time to go to bed. Or it'd be 5 in the morning and the kids would be up in 10 minutes.
Maybe trade out some Gambit Prime games for a raid. What do you think, Hazel?
Yeah, I could do that.
Oh, yeah.
I have to install D1 back on the PS4 now.
I know, I hear you.
I only have a 500 gigabyte PlayStation.
Hazel, what about you, man?
I'm planning on getting a terabyte one when I upgrade to the solid state drive, so that'll help.
Yeah, solid state's totally. It runs almost as fast as my PC. It's really good.
A buddy, we'd play PvP with him, and he would be able to tell us the map and the loadout of everything on the enemy team before any of us loaded in.
Oh, no shit.
Well, my answer is kind of a cop-out, but the only weapons that I didn't get from D1 were the Trials weapons.
Oh, I never got to do Trials on D1.
Yeah, but I had everything else. You name it, I had it.
It's funny you should say that. That was my answer. It was I had to look it up. My favorite D1 gun was called the Reflection Sum. It was an adept version. You only get it through Flawless in Destiny 1 Trials. And I got a few Flawlesses in Destiny 1, but it never dropped for me. I hated it because it's kind of a medium slow firing pulse rifle, but it hit like a rock, man. It was a great, and I think it had Snapshot. I think that was the adept feature or slot on it. So, yeah, that was mine.
I had one that was not adept.
No, I had the non-adept version. It was blue. But this one was the black version, black and gold. It was a beautiful gun.
Hmm.
And that That was mine.
Nice. Yeah. I would say mine would, if I were going to bring one weapon back from D1, I would have to go with the Fat Bringer.
You'd have to go with what?
The Fat Bringer.
Yeah, Fatebringer. Gotcha.
Yep.
That was a good gun. I'm not a hand cannon user, man. I just can't get into hand cannons. It's not my thing. Always use an assault rifle or a pulse rifle. I got one from DS Raven. DES Raven. Thanks for joining our Discord, by the way. Good to see you, brother.
Yeah.
Question for the show. Recycled, but a good one. Make your own exotic for your class. What's its name? What's the slot? Special perks, and if you have any lore, add that as well. Good question. Axe, you got an answer for this?
I would find a way to refund super energy on kills with Nova Warp, or have it build up super energy to be able to start from a pre-charged up point, or like halfway through your bar or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
After your super runs out, kind of like the Titan's exotic that guarding generates orbs of light and gives you extra super, so that if you get enough, you get your super right away.
All right, that's nice.
In PvE, when you're just constantly being blasted by that Shrieker on Titan Strike.
Right.
Mm-hmm. But I can't remember what it was called. But yeah, the Nova Warp doesn't have anything to be able to help the super out itself very well, from what I've noticed. But the Dawnblade can go for longer. Stormcaller can go for longer using Crown of Tempests.
Right.
So something kind of like that for the Void version of a channeling super.
Would you have a name for it? It's hypothetical. I mean, it's hypothetical exotic, I guess, right?
Hungering Maw, I guess, maybe?
That'll work. I like it.
Nice.
I wrote this all out, man. I was so proud of myself, but I got to hear what Hazel has to say first. What do you got, Hazel?
So, mine would be Cheat Codes Extreme.
No! God damn it, Hazel!
I would go with...
That's the name of the exotic.
I would go with Titan Gauntlets. They'd be called Shax's Arms.
God damn it.
And whenever you punch something, you gain super energy. Like, just like straight up super energy.
Oh my
Every
god!
punch.
Oh, wait to hear mine.
That's a mod called Enhanced Melee.
They do like to punch things.
Yeah, exactly. And the more punches you get, it's like Hunter's Guile.
Just builds
So
up.
it gets stronger and stronger and stronger.
Oh my
Like a
god, just stack
one-puncher.
so much super gen he gets.
Like you guys need any help with punches. Holy shit. All right, you guys ready? I'm going to read it. I wrote it. This is a self-made exotic. It's a warlock helmet called Cheat Codes. And it has the ability to see everything for 15 seconds. Full wall hacks, lag switching, DDoSing, and aimbots for 15 seconds. And here's the lore. Ikora walks down from her pillars and says, "Use this helm well, as we warlocks deserve all the cheat codes, as we are the smartest of all guardians. And those crown-eating titan apes." I love it. I should write a book. What do you think, Hazel? Like that one?
Yeah. It's funny. You got jokes.
You should have named it Konami Code.
Oh, that would have been good too. Konami.
Yeah.
But he took my damn
Up,
answer,
down,
though.
down.
He said cheat codes. I was like, damn it, Hazel.
Yeah. Well,
I was gonna say, I'm noticing a theme here.
Yeah, he calls me cheat codes. That's the joke. Anyway.
Yeah.
Ah, damn. That was a good. I thought I would add that. Freaking snuffed it out. Shit. All right. That was my question. So your turn, Hazel.
Jealous question for the show. What was or still is your favorite summer treat? Example: popsicle, ice cream bar, etc.
Mine was bomb pops. Think red, white, and blue. I loved them. and then your tongue would be red, your lips would be blue, and the white didn't matter. But yeah, you look like a demented clown when you were done eating it.
That sounds hot.
Well, you guys.
X?
I'm gonna go with a Butterfinger Blizzard.
Ooh, that is good. Oh, I'm hungry now.
I got to go with the creamsicle.
Oh, the orange ones?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, yeah,
Is there
those are
any
good.
other?
Well, yeah, you could get the popsicles
No,
with the ice
get
cream.
out. Get out.
I love pushing his buttons, man. It's awesome.
God.
How about the orange push-up pop? Remember those? Man, those are good too.
Oh, those are good.
That's kind of like a creamsicle.
Kinda, but
No.
you know,
Okay.
there's only one creamsicle. Come on now.
Okay, I'll give you that. All right, let's move on here. Okay, here's one from TFB Truth Lives. Question for the show. Name one thing that you would like to see from other games that be brought into Destiny 2.
That's so easy.
Axe, you got one?
I want my spaceship to be more than a glorified loading screen.
Tell me about it.
That's why I play Elite Dangerous, because I can do everything Elite or that Destiny can't.
Yeah, I like that. Hazel, what about you, man?
Nice. I want Call of Duty's weapon modification system.
I like
Where
that.
the more you use it, it levels
Yes.
it up, and you get to unlock different perks for it. Stuff.
30 and Still Gaming has been preaching that forever. He says, start with a white weapon. As you get more kills, it turns into a green weapon. You get more kills, and you start getting more additional stuff on it. It's a great idea. I really hope that one day Destiny puts that into practice.
Yeah,
They kind of did with Necrochasm, if you think about it.
Well, yeah,
One.
yeah, they did.
Yeah.
But that's it. That's all they did. Now, I'm just going to mention I never got the Crux of Crota. I never was able to convert it because I never dropped for me in Crota. I never got the damn thing. Everyone I'd play with would get it 3 and 4 times, just like the Vex Mythoclast. Everyone would get it. Old Gator would just be sitting there with nothing.
Well, that's the thing, though. In Warzone, you can actually make your loadout, like your gun.
Mm-hmm.
You can name it what you want it to be. So, like, I made a sniper rifle, and I called it Your Mom. And then I paired it with an AUG, and I called it Your Dad.
Oh,
And
no.
this guy messaged me and said, he's like, those are some terrible names, but good job, Snipey.
Nice.
So,
And that's the one thing I wish Destiny would grab from Call of Duty is they have the most wild camos to put on those damn guns, man.
oh, yeah.
I mean, some wild shit. That's what I love, man. I wish they would, if they brought that to Destiny instead of these ornaments that you can put on the guns. How about skins, man? I'm all about the skins.
It's their game, though. They want you to play a certain way.
Okay.
If you want to see, I mean, hop onto Warzone, make it past the damn intro, and then
Okay.
I'll show you my guns, and you can be.
You know what?
Wow, yeah, we need that.
I'll jump into some Warzone. I will. I was waiting for you to say it. Oh, never mind.
I'm sorry, I'm busy laughing.
What are you drinking tonight?
Nothing actually.
Oh, damn, you're sober?
Yeah, I know, man. I don't know what's going on.
Okay. Let's see. This is a simple answer for me as well. One thing that they need to bring over to Destiny 2 is something my son played a lot of. It's World of Warcraft. My son would have like 15 different characters, all with different abilities. That's what they need to have in Destiny. They need to have at least one other type of Guardian and make us, allow us to make more than just 3. We can name them something different, like, I don't know, Crucible Ape setup. You can name it whatever you wanted, just like with your guns. You can name your guns, name your characters. I would never need 3 accounts if I was able to make up to 10 characters. It'd be no brainer. So anyway,
Fuck's sake.
that I'm just saying that's the reason I have multiple accounts, because I like to make different Guardians. And it's not like I did this like yesterday, Hazel. I've done this since year 1 of Destiny 2. I've just slowly played with some of these other accounts and done things differently with them.
Yeah,
I'm all in, dude. I'm all in when it comes to Destiny. So,
I'm aware.
okay, we got a few more here. Let's
You want to take one more each and
Yeah.
then call it a night?
let's do that.
Okay. I'll take this one from Jealous. Question for the show. What was your favorite paper you wrote for a school assignment?
Well, we'll start with our guest, Axe. You got something? What was your favorite paper you wrote for a school assignment?
Oh,
Just Jealous is in the middle of finals.
Probably my school report on the Archaeopteryx.
Okay.
The what?
It's one of the first feathered bird dinosaurs that we discovered. I think it was the first fossil we found that had feathers on it.
I got the reference right away when you said it.
Sure.
I did.
I believe you.
Okay. I'll go next. In college, I got my marketing degree. This was a product marketing class. We took a real world product and we created a full marketing plan for it. We had a team of 4 people that created it. Piper Aircraft was one of the companies, and a local auto parts store here in Orlando was another. We would design a new product. We'd run the financials, sales forecast, come up with a break-even analysis. Then we would create a distribution plan, an advertising campaign for it. This was by far the best college project I ever had. And I still remember everything today. It was that good. And by the way, having a good teacher to inspire you to do it makes all the difference, Jealous. Keep that in mind, buddy. Hazel?
So, there's 2 papers that I wrote that stood out to me. One of them was about my mom that I wrote, and it was about basically just, about how she grew up and the jobs she's had and things along those lines, and basically where she is today, and how much of an influence that she had on my life. I showed it to her after I wrote it, and she broke down in tears and had it laminated, everything else. And then the opposite side of that is the paper that I wrote on marijuana. Yeah. So I wrote all about it, and even had a nice picture of a weed leaf right on the front cover of the paper that I wrote.
Nice.
And I surprisingly got an A on it. So
teacher must have been a fan.
I guess so. It was contagious.
Nice. Okay, last question. Why not finish it from this guy, Uncle Scumdeath? I have been stealing grass tufts from fields to make myself a lawn, and he has a picture of it. He has a picture of it here. Is that a crime? Go for it, Axe. What do you think, man? You see the picture?
Yeah, if it's already cut and they don't want it.
I think what he's saying is he's ripping it out of the lawn, and with roots and all, and then replanting it in his yard. I think that's what he meant by tufts.
Okay, you're not making it overly obvious. Until they see the yard.
Hazel,
it's not like he's taking all the tufts from one yard and putting it in his own. So he should be all right.
He's not stripping the whole yard. I think he's like the prisoner that chisels away at the wall, puts it in his pockets, and then goes out in the yard and shakes it out of his jeans. I think it's that kind of deal. What do you think, Hazel?
Not a crime at all. Not a crime.
Absolutely not a crime. That's what I do for a living is I treat lawns and get them looking good for people. And one thing I know about grass is even if you rip out a tuft of it and bring it home, it'll all grow back in on the person's yard you took it from. So, that's my answer.
It's a nice segue from my weed topic to
exactly. That's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking about. Good day. Hey, everybody! If we didn't get to your question tonight, great questions, by the way. Man, you guys don't disappoint. If we didn't answer yours, and there's a couple in there that I had answers for, but we'll wait till next week to answer them. Like I said, we don't forget any questions that are put in there, so keep putting them in there. It's under podcast questions in our Discord. All right. Well, let's wrap up the show here with our final segment, where we all pick 2 songs for our Spotify playlist, our Guardian Downcast playlist on Spotify, and of course now iTunes for all you Apple guys out there. I always post links in here in our show notes if you ever want to follow our playlist and see what we pick and listen to them. It's kind of cool. I've been listening to our playlist a lot lately, and I think Fluffy Fingers MD put Prof Gasoline, the song Gasoline, in there. I love that song. Yep. I love that song. And until he entered it in our playlist, I never would have known about that guy. So, what a great artist, man. Well, Axe, you're our guest of honor. Let's start with you, man. What 2 songs did you pick for tonight? Maybe was there any reason you picked them or any special meaning to you?
No, just a couple of nerdy D2 songs or Destiny songs.
Okay. Well, what are they?
I'm trying to remember which ones they were. Okay. Nerd Out with Rise Up, and the Oh Listen or Mine from Double Experience.
Yeah, I've heard that one. Is that the one with Bones?
Yes, but I don't think the one with Bones is on Spotify.
Oh, yeah, okay. Gotcha. It's still the same. It's still a great song, though.
It's still the same song. It's just Bones had some part added to it with his version.
I'd have to... Hazel, what about you? I think I'd have to give him the Most Unique Song Choice award.
Yeah, I could agree with that.
Those are pretty unique choices, man. I like them. That'll be something different to listen to, that's for sure. All right, good deal. Hazel, your turn. What do you got?
All right. So my first song is Plasticine Dreams by Boston Manor. This is sort of a throwback to some sort of, what is it, post-grunge, alt rock kind of thing.
Oh, yeah.
Mixed with a little bit of new age stuff to it. So it's a little bit new, kind of good. I like it. And then coincidentally, you mentioned Prof, so I went ahead and I added actually Squad Goals, Prof's new song. I was listening to it, and it just puts a little bit of swagger, like when you're walking around.
Well, I can't wait to hear that, man. I mean, that's one of my new favorite artists now. I love that song. I'll have to see what this new one's about. Thanks, man. You have some great picks, dude. I mean, I'll listen to them and I try to guess who added them, and I can always guess yours. They just seem to agree with me. I don't know what it is. We might have very similar taste in music sometimes. Okay, my first pick is, and I'm kind of going, think 2000s, like you said, post-grunge, alt-rock. That's kind of my theme tonight. My first pick is from an indie British rock band formed in London in 2002. They were best friends from age of 14. This 4-piece band was a hit in the UK, but sadly they only produced 4 albums when they ended in 2010, never to be seen again. I caught on this group with their second album, Tourist. And so my pick is exactly that. The name is the same, Tourist. But this is the Roots Manuva remix. Sounds a little bit different, more of a groove to it. Have really good flow, and my love of alt rock bands, it fits perfect in my wheelhouse. My second pick, I chose a song that I played guitar in the game Rock Band. It was a really fun song to play, and it had great guitar runs, and still a favorite song of mine every time I hear it. It's from the heavy rock group that formed in Huntington Beach, California in 1999 from their 4th studio album from the same name. It's Avenged Sevenfold with critical acclaim. You want to get revved up before you go do anything? Pop this in, and you will be ready to go. Well, damn! I think we got a podcast, boys. I think we're about done here. We have a little bit of housekeeping first. Just a quick reminder that we now have a Destiny 2 clan, and Hazel, like he mentioned last week, will be joining us probably in about a week or two, right?
Yeah, exactly. So, yep, I will be joining the clan then. So please feel free to show up if you want and join up. We're going to be doing some cool stuff, and look forward to having anybody who wants to be part of it.
Good deal. It's just fun having a clan night, whether it's playing Crucible or Gambit or doing a raid or whatever. And we are going to get some raids in, guys. Yeah, I'm excited. It's going to be really fun in the future here. We have a permanent link in our Discord. The channel is called GDC Destiny 2 Clan. It has the link there if you want to send a request to join the clan. We'll be sure to get you in. And I also put it in our show notes wherever you listen to your podcast, it'll be in the show notes. Look for Guardian Downcast, or DOWN is our call sign. So thanks. One thing I wanted everyone to do, if you could, for us, please. If you like what you're hearing tonight, you kind of dig the podcast, you kind of like the way we format things and do things, do us a big favor. Share this podcast with a person that you might think might like it. I'm going to thank you in advance for that. Hit that little share button. I forgot it's even there sometimes. You hear a good podcast and you want to pass it on to someone else that maybe want to hear it, you think might dig it. We appreciate it. All right. Well, we've reached the end of our podcast here. Axonis. Azonis.
Yes.
Yay!
I got it.
Can teach an old dog new tricks.
Yay! Where can everybody find you, buddy?
I am Azonis89 on PSN, Twitch, Twitter, and Xbox Live, even though I don't have an Xbox anymore. And I am Azonis number, let's see if I can find it on Discord real
I
quick.
think it's 89, isn't it?
Azonis number 1475 on Discord.
Good deal. Mr. Hazel, where can people find you, man?
Right. Hazel NT everywhere. And I did have one little brief update about the Patreon that we were doing.
Go for it.
Yeah, so in case nobody noticed, the funds weren't pulled out because the post that I put out was actually denied by Patreon. So I'm going to post that out there at the end of this month, and then it'll pull on the 1st of next month. So, again, I'm sorry for the issue with that, but Patreon did not like my post. I didn't really say anything inflammatory at all. I said just the opposite, I thought. But yeah. So who knows?
Well, hey, dude, it's the intent. We appreciate you putting this together. All the credit goes to you, brother. You're the one to put this together, so we appreciate it. You can contact me via the Twitter at Todd the Gator. And remember, that's G-A-T-R. You can also find me on YouTube, Steam, and PS4. G-A-T-R, all caps, underscores in between, and Gator space GDC on Xbox. You can find us, our podcast, on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, Podbean, Stitcher. Overcast is my favorite right now. Anywhere you get podcasts, you should be able to find us. You can also email us at guardiandowncast@gmail.com. And we're on Twitter at Guardian_D_cast for any show questions or whatever you want to talk to us about. We have a bunch of great gamers in our Discord as well. Just search for Guardian Downcast, and I, of course, as always, I'll post a link in our show notes if you want to join our Discord. It's a great place to hang. And now, our show would not be complete. And this week is such a great one. Can't wait to hear this. Our crazy resident uncle from across the pond. It's Scumdeath's Corner. Hey, what's on your mind this week, Scumdeath?
Hello, and welcome to Scumdeath's Corner. This has not been planned, but I've done my chores for the evening. I'll just come out to the shed and make sure everything's locked down. We're supposed to be having some wind tonight. So I just sat down in the shed while everything's peaceful in here, and I can smell shit. I'm like, hey, have I stood in any dog shit in my garden? No. I'm wearing my fucking slippers. I've checked my slippers. There's no shit on them. And I've sniffed my thumb. And it stinks of cat shit. I don't have cats. All I've done, I've had a shower. You know, I've been doing the dishes and shit. All I've done is taken the bin out. Got rid of the dustbin bin bag. And replaced it. And my hand stinks of cat shit. We don't have cat. What the fuck? I've just gone and washed my hands. It was stinking. What the fuck? I don't know where I picked this shit up from. Gear Dad will fucking know, because I always get hold of him when it's fucking covered in shit. I don't know what happens. Sorry, just be safe.
Good deal. Good deal, man. That's awesome. Hey, guys, be safe. Keep wearing those masks. Keep that social distance. And just be smart, man. Be smart out there. Shax, you probably have something to say here.
Guardians are measured by their ability to come back from defeat. So stand. Fight!
Thank you all so very much for listening. And later, Guardian.
Toddles.
See you around.
Storm and Norman. I got it in.
Wow.
Hey, that was great, guys. I had so much fun tonight. I know the connections were Discord was having a fit tonight, but I appreciate you guys hanging in there. I had a great time.
It wasn't just Discord.
Yeah, somebody kept calling, interrupting you. I heard.
I'm gonna hear so much new stuff when I listen to this episode.
You probably missed some of the conversation. That's sorry, man.
Oh, so much of it.
Could be worse.
Well, hey,
That's funny.
As honest, thanks for coming out tonight, man. I know you had to sneak away and have it in your car at a gas station somewhere. I think that's the first. I think it's our first, isn't it, Hazel? I think it's our first guest that's done that.
I think so. We've been to the bathroom with a couple people, but that's about it.
Oh, damn. Well, shit, dude. Thanks for coming on tonight, man. I had a ball.
Yes, thank you so much.
I had a great
This was
time.
fun.
I had fun.
I love it when he cusses me out when he robots. He's like ding 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 ding.
One of my issues with Gambit is that the way the ads scale, because I can't tell you how many times
He's trying to get back in.